Hello, first of all. Welcome to this humble channel. It's a beginner channel on YouTube. And yeah, of course, it seems like what I'm doing is more of like a podcast thing, but I feel like I want to um do a YouTube video with some visual behind it, but I don't want to show my face because um, although I'm doing this social media thing, I'm still kind of an introverted person and I'm not really that comfortable with showing my face. Maybe one day I'm inspired to put my face on the internet and be happy about it, but for now, since I'm starting up, I just want to do videos like this. Um, just me talking and some visualization going on in the background. So, yep. If you are subscribed to my channel, which I saw there are already quite a number of people in my opinion, and I'm so happy about it. It blew my mind when I saw like the number, and I'm so grateful to everyone who, despite the limited content that I have, but still subscribed to me. And thank you so much for your support, and I hope over time I can grow my channel and this can be a place where I just talk a bunch of reality stuffs, life stuffs with everyone who are interested in this type of topic. So yeah, if you are familiar and you have been, you saw the videos that I've posted in my channel, it was all about the wizard Liz and her sister Sabina. And the reason why I chose those people to be the content of to be the start contents of my channel, or it's because the wizard Liz, especially because Sabina didn't really post a lot of content in her channel, and I think when it comes to the wizard Liz, she speaks a lot of truth about the reality of the people that we are living with, like those people who are around us. And I really learned a lot from all the advices that she gave, which I'm like super grateful that this kind of person actually exists on earth. And I do understand that there's some backlash about her and whatsoever, but I think those comes from people who has the opposite opinions about what she thinks about. But I think that they shouldn't deny that what the wizard Liz say has a lot of truth in it. And yeah, so the reason why I started to make this video, like this, me talking, is because like I just wanted to talk about the latest video that she posted, the wizard Liz, about like how to spot toxic people. And she also posted like a lot of videos about like how I can't really remember like the titles, but the content has some things to do about how it is, how to spot toxic people and how to see whether these people are your friends or not. And looking back at it, I realize that there are people who in our life that are not good for us, but we justify their behavior just because we think like we don't want to lose them. And in the end of the day, we actually lose ourselves. And when the relationship with a specific person that we think, oh my god, like let me just justify all of our bad behavior, and when the relationship ends, we become like super depressed and we're like so angry at ourselves, this kind of things. And it's truly something that happens. And the reason why I in particular wanted to talk about this is because, you know, when I was in high school, I encountered like a lot of bad friendships. When I was in high school, I had like, this was like a new student that came into um, my high school, and a lot of people doesn't like her, and for God knows what reason, I was like the only person that could stand this girl, literally. Everybody around me was warning me about like, she's very bad. I mean, she was like, now we have lost touch and everything, and I hope she's doing well and everything. I hope she's doing well, and I hope that her life is successful. And yeah, but back then, I look at it about how she was telling me like, oh, like some sweet stuff, blah blah blah. She made me feel like I was her best friend as well. So I was naive. I grew up in a toxic household. So of course, when you don't get the love that when you don't get the love from your family, you turn to other people. And the closest to me were my friends from school. And this person made me feel special. And obviously, you know, when your friends are supposed to back up each other, because I also have another best friend, which I'm still friends until now. I still have a best friend that I'm still close until now. We've been together for so long. And but this person, okay, back to the topic. This person, she doesn't do what normal best friend does. I mean, if sometimes the thing has, you know, benefits to her, then she will be nice to me. But otherwise, she will always go against me, and, you know, say bad things about me behind my back that I didn't even know. And because I was also like an immigrant, so that was another thing that was made fun of me. And I was, you know, I didn't want to feel like this girl is a bad person. I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt because she was my best friend, and I just want to keep the friendship strong, and I want to believe that she's a good person. But everybody around me was just like, no, she's not a good person, stop it. I just refused to listen. And then now that the friendship has crumbled, I became so angry. Like, I look at her, like all the promises that we had, it's like, oh, we're gonna be best friends forever. Okay, of course that thing is like such a high schooler thing to say, but when you were immature, it's still gonna affect you. And friendships break up is actually horrible. So yeah, well, I'm a little bit everywhere because I don't really know how to put this into words. I don't really have a script and whatsoever. I just thought like I'm just gonna vomit all the things that are going on in my mind right now, and yep. So this is what it is. But now that I'm out of university and everything, I look back at a time, and I'm like, gosh, like, why did I do that? Why did I give other people such a big piece of myself? It really hurts. And whenever I look back at it, it's still, I like to think that it has traumatized me very much, because it actually traumatized me. Now every time I see or hear another person calling another person with the same name as this my ex best friend, I'm like, it triggers something in me that I wish it hasn't, and it makes me think so negative. It makes me think like horrible stuffs about myself, about like I don't deserve anything. That's how bad it has gotten, like the friendship breakup. And it has a lot of thing to do with how she treated me and the things that she said to me. And yeah, so it has go on like that. Well, of course, as a teenager, I didn't know that, especially like I mentioned, I didn't grow up in a place where love is something natural. And I had to actually go through a lot of very bad stuffs in life to actually finally get out of it and find the true meaning of love. And it makes me so emotional right now, but yeah. And when watching all these videos about like those people who left your life, they were not meant to be there. And I know now why, because I think about it again. If she was still in my life, I would still be lost. I would not be able to find myself. I would be so, like, I would be drowned by her judgment about me, by all the negative things that she would have said. And despite that, because I want to believe that, there is something good within her, I will still justify her bad behavior. And when I've been like working through my trauma from therapy, and talking to my like real best friends about this, they say like, you deserve so much better. And a real friend will never say something that will put you down. You have to remember, like, this is something that I feel a lot of people have to remember. Like, a real friend who wants the best for you will not justify your bad behavior, okay? Like, they will say straight to your face, but without putting you down. And yeah, just that's like just one thing that has happened. And I feel like there's so much more issues that happens in this world, and we often overlook about it, but yeah, like having to get my maturity back by being treated so bad, that really ruined my self-esteem. And it's something that I'm really working on now. Like, no matter how much affirmation I've been listening to, it has been years of work, and until now it's still like something, like all those traumas, something just comes up, it directly triggers me, and then I'm gonna be like, oh shit, like, oops. When the trauma comes up again, like some words, some names mentioned, it triggers me again. And when I think about it, those people that causes that to me, they don't care. They don't care at all about me, because if they care, they wouldn't put me in the position that they have in the first place. So yeah, I just want to say that although you have lived within the proximity of people who doesn't appreciate you, who calls you the worst names, who tells you the worst things about you, that is their opinion, and it has nothing to do with you. Of course, if you meet people who genuinely cares about you and they want the best for you, they will say things that you may be doing wrong, and maybe doing wrong to others, maybe doing wrong to yourself. They will say it to yourself, they will say it to you, but without putting you down, without judging you. Like, okay, let me just give an example for what I just mentioned. Like my best friends now, I recently came to her and I was like, I'm currently unemployed. I don't feel worthy because, like, I am a very hardworking person, but for some reason, every jobs that I applied are not getting back to me properly, and yada yada yada. I kept on. I just confessed to her about like my emotional state, and she directly called me and she was like, "Hey, I know that things are not working out, right? But you have no right to tell yourself that you are not worthy. Yes, maybe sometimes we get lazy, blah, blah, blah. But," and then she just kept on going and advised me, which I was really grateful about because she was in a bad place as well. And I only found out as well that time because we were like talking about our life stuffs heart to heart. And how is it that she's in such a bad place and I'm in such a bad place, but she still managed to give me advice that uplifts me without putting me down? It's like, I said bad things about myself, and she knows that I was doing bad things to myself by saying all those bad things to myself. But the way she advised me, she's like, don't do that. That's wrong. You are violating your own boundaries to yourself. And that's what real friends do. That's how like, okay, these people are my people and these people are the people that I'm gonna stay with for the rest of my life. And yeah.
So I hope all of the people who listens and watch this video a wonderful day. I just want to remind you that you are not alone, and whatever happened in your past is not the reflection of your future. You still can change your destiny if you want a better life. It's all within your power to do so. And just also remember to keep on reflecting. And I would like to share an activity that I normally do to keep myself on my foot, which is, sometimes I just lay down on a bed and look at the ceiling and think to myself about the people that has left my life mostly. And I look at it, if they left and my life has become better, it gives me more reason to be grateful for. So I think that's a very good practice to do, just so that we don't lose hope about the good things that are coming our way, and that some losses actually gives us a lot of gains. So yeah. And if you want, you can utilize the comment section to talk about any similar experiences that you may have now, and just keep it kind and friendly. And if you have nothing nice to say, we know how the internet is, right? And if that's the case, maybe seek a therapist. No, I'm just kidding. If you think that you have nothing nice to say, just don't say it, because you don't know what other people are going through. We don't know if someone is going through a bad day and a bad comment might make it worse for them, or maybe a very good comment make it better for them. So just to be kind. So I think that is all for this video. I hope that I will be sharing more things in the future, and I hope that this will be a good space for people to talk about their life experiences, and that we can learn from each other and remind each other that we don't live in this world alone, and that we have people to back us up, and just be kind. Signing off. Ciao.